Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. And this is your Wednesday, the Hump Day, Soulmate, Twin Flame, Karmic Love reading that we do every Wednesday. Now, randomly, we take various love messages, whether it is the handwritten love cards that we're used to every week. Recently, we have been using the Little Greek Oracle. We also use this oracle. We were taking three or maybe even up to 6 cards for the mini personal love readings, where you donated $15 to Divine Debut 11. I will have the link for you beneath if you do want a mini love reading, which will contain at least 3 cards. Then you can donate and give me a few days and I'll get back to you. But we'll be taking this deck as we did a couple of weeks ago. We'll be taking 1 card for each of you that are commenting yes please beneath this video, not in the chat section because I'm there now with you and we're having a nice chat. But beneath in the comments you can write yes please, so that in a few days I'll be taking the cards, your love messages, live, mentioning your name. Okay, 1 card. They are for free. But if you're after a mini love reading, 3 or couple more cards, 2, 3 cards, depending on what I'm called to do, then you can donate. I will put the link beneath this video, and give me a few days. Today is a scorcher. Today is 36 degrees here in Greece, and you can hear the fan in the background. I do apologize. We're getting an air conditioner. The next few days it's impossible to live under this heat, these conditions. As many of you know, reading the cards is not an easy thing. You tend to heat up like you're on, calibrating like the printer, working on overload, and it's just too hard. So just letting you know also that the free YouTube elemental love readings should be up now. Many of you know I was away. I was in Athens a few days, and we did last week's Twin Flame reading. Was a quick one, away from home, because I didn't want to leave you without that love reading. So here we are today, and we will be doing, and let me lower that, we will be doing a divine spread today, and we're using this beautiful deck here, which is the Tarot of Dreams. And let's see what's going on. Oh my God. Okay, the card opened up. I'm going to take one more. We've got the Strength card in Leo. Strong desires coming through today. Patience is necessary. Confidence is necessary. Trust is necessary. And remember, Leo is leadership. So this is a time of trying to tame that wild beast within us, that passionate wild beast, which is the lion. We know that this woman is our higher self. We can do that. We can find that inner guidance, that inner confidence as well. So Leo comes through, as my dear friends, Mars has now passed into Taurus and will be triggering past eclipses, but also squaring over to Leo, squaring over to Aquarius, opposing Aquarius, opposing Pluto. Yes, and squaring over to squaring over to Aquarius and opposing Scorpio. My God, I got my story all mixed up. Okay, so Mars now at the 1st degrees of Taurus is squaring over to Aquarius, to Pluto, opposing Scorpio, and squaring over to Leo. Remember, Mars is the trigger point. Mars is the desire, the passion, But Taurus needs security. Taurus is slow and fixed. So this is like a battle of the nerves, stressful times, okay, as it is Gemini season. The Sun, Venus and Mercury are all squaring over to Saturn, right? Saturn is the brake. Mars wants to push forward, but Mars in a Venus-ruled sign in Taurus cannot move fast. Okay, needs to tiptoe around, so we need to take care. It's like the midwife telling you to push when it's not time to push. That could be very, very much of force, anger, aggression. Wait for that green light before you do anything. Be curious, ask those questions. Let's see what's going on. What is the Karma Dharma? In love, today the 12th of June of 2024. But remember, whenever you view this message, will be important for you. I will also write in the comments beneath about the mini small love readings using this oracle, as well as you can comment yes please, so that you could receive one message, as I'll be doing a live, not live, it could be a premiere, yes, premiering a video where I'm taking your cards and mentioning your name, like we did a couple of weeks ago, and I know a lot of you loved it. So what is the Karma Dharma relative to this important relationship? Make sure you're tuning in to the person that you're interested in, want to know things about. So we've got Cancer, Leo, and we're coming up to these seasons. Cancer, Leo season. Of course, we've got the summer solstice on the 20th of the month, depending, I suppose, where you are in the world, but it's around there in the on the 20th, where we've got equal day and night. So summer is here. The temperature is rising. Those of you in the southern hemisphere, this is the winter solstice for you. Which, what does it mean? It means that the sun is passing over that 0 point of Cancer. Very important for the world, as the 0 degrees of the cardinal signs. So Cancer, opposite is Capricorn, Aries and Libra. 0 degrees are very important degrees relative to world happenings. The macro, on a macro level, right? And we're all part of the collective. So it's like a restart. It's a new season. A new season opens up. New situations, new environments, new possibilities. And we always tend to look at that solstice, you know, that 0 degrees chart, which really speaks to the next 3 months. So we know that the seasons change every 3 months, right? So it's a new season. What's happening, dear Spirit, relative to what's going on in love, whether it's a karmic, a soulmate, a twin flame connection, or just that very important relationship in your life. Could be a friendship, because soulmates can be friendships, right? Could be family. Could be siblings. Siblings are soulmates. Please guide us. What's going on in love? Love comes in many forms, remember. It's not only romantic love. Could be mother-child relationships. But generally, we're here for love. Love, more romantic love than anything else. So thank you for your guidance, Spirit. Thank you for guiding us with a divine spread on what's going on in love, roughly around mid-June. Okay, the divine spread, most of you are familiar with it, but I will be mentioning the positions. We'll be taking your angel answers, your own questions. These are the answers. Hopefully, if you're tuning in with us, please like, share, subscribe, comment, This is an exchange of energy, and thank you for your donations and your, I mean, if you're interested in a personal reading, do reach out. I have been mentioning that summer is almost, it's just around the corner, and soon we'll be taking a break from personal readings. So think up, ask what kind of a reading you can have, any guidance to which is the correct reading for you. Do email us at divinedebut11@gmail.com. And I will be doing a DD12 reading. You can leave your questions if you want those answered on the DD12 channel. We do quick tarot readings there, and you can get the link beneath this video as well. So what is at the root? What is at the root? Relative to the past, we've got the Ten of Wands, Saturn in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is expansion and growth. Saturn is the break. So obviously this is very heavy, but it's the Ten of Wands, which says that it's been heavy, it's been difficult, and it's like carrying a heavy burden, wanting to move forward, not being able to. But you know, tens always speak to completions. There's a lot of fire here, but it's like pressing on the accelerator, burning rubber, not getting anywhere. Wanting to expand, but Saturn resists. Saturn is misery, stingy, very much the difficult teacher. So it's like start, stop, not being able to get anywhere. Okay, so that's the foundation. What is in the hidden? What is hidden that we are not aware about? Please guide us. We have Venus in Scorpio, the Seven of Cups. Venus in Scorpio does take a darker color. Venus obviously is in fall. Venus is not comfortable in Scorpio because she rules the opposite sign of Taurus. So all those dark themes relative to love and sex come through. Power, control, never happy, jealousy, love vices, in a relationship for what's in it for me and not what we can share, let's say. Fears where love and desires, fears of also physical connection, a physical connection. Seven of Cups is like things are up in the air. It could be an illusion, but it can also open up to many possibilities. Venus in Scorpio, it's like she wears, you know, it's like Persephone in the underworld with Pluto. There's great power, but it's more so in those darker themes. It's like those skeletons in the closet, weird sexual fantasies or sexual mysteries, or, you know, Scorpio can also be poison, or, I mean, it could speak to sexual what's the word I'm looking for? Sexual diseases as well, but also deep secrets where love is concerned. Scorpio generally is not an open book. There are a lot of mysteries. So Venus becomes much more seductive, much more mysterious. So you may be dealing with someone that is very seductive, someone that does hold onto secrets. So now Venus in Scorpio, you could be dealing with someone that's got their Venus in Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Taurus. You could be dealing with a Libra. Whatever. We'll take more cards. What's That is what's hidden. And you know, Venus in Scorpio never gets enough sex. She's always craving sex. So these could be sex addictions as well. Strong physical attraction. But also infidelity, I'm going to say, surely. Third-party relationships. Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, aces are tools, they are opportunities. Yes, the Ace of Swords could speak to clarity, could speak to wisdom, truths. Maybe this was meant to be in the reverse, because obviously we're here, we don't have the clarity. But the Ace of Swords could be a double-edged sword many times, as we say. It's more about, I don't know, it's like games, mind games, possibly, where there hasn't been truth, there's been information that's been withheld, there's too much confusion, needing to go really deep, someone being very, very secretive about their sexual preferences, possibly also. Mind games, control. What's going on in the now? And we have the Five of Swords. This is Venus in Aquarius. Venus in Aquarius is very detached. Yes, Aquarius is the mind, and games of the mind, cerebral games. Five of Swords is like, again, I'm going to say mind games, but also third parties, infiltration of others. Venus in Aquarius she's like taunting, playing mind games, playing with words. Aquarius is air. It's perception, it's communication, it's how we speak. It's air. There's nothing there. There's nothing physical, tangible with Venus in Aquarius. Interesting, we've got Venus in Scorpio and Venus in Aquarius. See, there's depth, there's secrecy, and there's also mind games here. Venus in Aquarius could also be friends with benefits, confusion, illusion, communication through social media. What is crowning? We have the Six of Cups, so we do have some emotions here. And this is the Sun in Scorpio, so Scorpio seems to come through very strongly. We do have Cancer as well, so a lot of water. Water speaks to emotion, speaks to romance. Six of Cups, of course, is the soulmate. It's the soulmate connection. It's nostalgia relative to the past. It's emotional balance or imbalance. The Sun lights up Scorpio. Of course, the Sun brings the light to the mystery of Scorpio. Scorpio, remember, is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is the darkness. The Sun, though, is traveling through the darkness, bringing healing and possible revelations relative to mysteries. So I like that. Some of you could be dealing with, and you're very nostalgic about a soulmate of the past, past situations, surely, with the Six of Cups. This is the crowning card. What's the action and the advice is the Sun. So I love this because the Sun does speak to clarity, does speak to leadership, does speak to taking a risk on love. The Sun speaks to reconciling your differences, bringing clarity, bringing healing. The Sun is, I'm confident, I'm going to take a risk, I'm going to take a gamble. This is what the advice is and the action. Leo is creativity, it's flirtation, it's fun. It's the inner child, and we've got a lot to do with childhood energies. Here, children can be involved, but also it's like coming back to the drawing board and bringing in more play, because children love to play. Leo is all about play, all about generosity, all about true emotions, true heart connections. What is the possible outcome? And we've got the Hanging Man. And we know that Neptune being at the last degree of Pisces, there's a sense of heaviness. There's a cycle that's closing. Obviously, Neptune at the last degrees, it's an anoretic, urgent degree, difficult, challenging degree. Because as the planet comes closer to changing signs, it starts to sort of want to take the color of the next sign. So there's like Pisces, which is unconditional love. It could be deception, could be illusion, could be karma, could be endings, could be sacrifice and release. But then it's like, Pisces is like, it's like, it's godly, it's the divine. And then we're needing to believe that what we're creating, that dream, could be possible. And where it's like ready to release and just surrender. And then we've also got that fighting warrior spirit of Aries. So again, I get that break and that acceleration, that break and that acceleration. Look, the Hanging Man, illusion, confusion, sacrifice, release, karma, solitude, things going on behind the scenes, needing to trust, needing to have faith. I mean, Spirit wants this to be a mystery still for us. Let's see what the divine and how the planetary alignments help. What's at the bottom? We've got the Ten of Swords. The Sun in Gemini. There's something very heavy that's ending at this time, as the Sun is transiting through Gemini. And as many of us know and are aware, Venus and the Sun have just conjoined recently. So we've had that Venus star point in Gemini. Gemini being the twins, the decisions, the communication, the curiosity, the transition, the movement, the perception. Now Mercury, in its home sign of Gemini, is coming up to meet the Sun. And because Mercury is the perception, it's the logic, it's the information, that is at this time out of bounds to us. Why? Because Mercury is so close to the Sun, he's being burnt. So it's like taking a piece of paper with the information on it and burning it. Right? So we're needing to trust our intuition. We're needing to be patient. The right moment is just around the corner when the information will come through, because Mercury will be dining in the heart of the Sun. And there's always power in the information, in knowledge, and in asking the questions. The only way to receive is to ask. You don't receive, you don't ask. You don't ask, you don't receive. Okay? So let's see how the planetary alignments help or hinder us at this point. We have the King of Wands, so we've got a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy. Sagittarius would be more so the King of Wands. This is the King of Desire, the King of creativity, inspiration, gutsy, passionate. This is the King that is very confident. He would be if he's in the upright. Now, we're not reading reversals. But the King of Wands, he sits on his throne. He's a king. He's the king of action, the king of confidence, logically. Now, I know you can't see the cards. That's why I'm bringing them up a little bit. Let's see what else we've got. So we've got fire. We've got a fair bit of fire. We have everything but earth so far, which says that things are up in the air. I mean, we're in the Gemini season. There's a lot of air in the air right now. There's a lot of air in the air, in the environment, which is all about how we perceive things, how we communicate, how we move forward. Remember, air is not grounded. Air is just information. It's movement, it's quick. But the positive here is that Venus, Mercury, and the Sun are in good connection over to Chiron, which is the resolution and the open wound. Wow, everyone, we've got the couple here. So we've got the King and the Queen of Wands. It's as though the masculine and the feminine are both ready to take action. It's like, okay, we're surrendering, we're closing up, we're completing a cycle. Maybe there's been a different perspective. We've had an opportunity to see things from a different perspective. This is not about sitting back. This is about orientation, action, and power. Let's see. What else? One more card. And we've got the Seven of Swords. Wow. So we've got fire and air. Very explosive energies. Very strong energies moving forward. We've got the moon in Aquarius. So maybe there is courage in opening up the lines of communication, or even perception that there is a deep connection. There's an affiliation here. Why? Because Aquarius is friendships, wishes, dreams. It rules the natural 11th house. And the moon is togetherness. The moon is our emotions. The moon is our psyche. There's an ingenious move here, and this is the Seven of Swords, which, yes, can speak to secrecy, can speak to the thief, can speak to doing things in a very intelligent way. Getting away with murder, if I can use that term. So there's something here relative to communication, perception, but also something coming through social media. What is at the foundation right now? We've got a Page of Cups, Pisces energy. Page of Cups is the messenger, an emotional message that comes through. Emotional and happy message that comes through. This could also be a possible apology for some. Page of Cups is a small offer, but it's let's go out, let's meet up, let's have a drink, let's get a cup of coffee. After the Four of Swords, which is in action. Someone needed their time to go through healing. Now, this is Jupiter in Libra. Jupiter could speak to separation and divorce from a past unhealthy connection, because the Four of Swords, yes, the Four of Swords comes after the Three. I just thought this was the Three of Swords all of a sudden, but no, there is the Four of Swords, which this person is lying on. They need their time. We've got Jupiter in Libra. Libra is relationships, equality. Jupiter is expansion, truth, wisdom, justice. Beneath that is Mercury in Cancer with the Three of Cups. Three of Cups does speak to secret love affairs, third parties. Mercury in Cancer wants security. Mercury gets more emotional in Cancer. More emotional communication, more openings up relative to someone's private life, their home life. But nevertheless, Three of Cups, yes, could speak to third party situations. Mercury can be the child. We can have children here with the Page of Cups. Someone sleeping on a decision. Someone sleeping on a decision or needing to take time out before they open up, emotionally. Let's see what's going on. Let's take some Lenormand. What is possibly going on? We'll take a few more cards, of course, because we see right now it's quite challenging. This is like cold love, detached love. Someone's acting only as a friend and not as a romantic connection, and this could be quite disappointing, of course. Interesting that we've got a 5 and then a 6. Okay, we've got a 7 here, and then we go 5 and 6. 7, 5 and 6. 7, 5, 6. I don't know what that means, but it's like going back and forth from the 7 to the 5 and then to the 6, looking for balance. But 7s and 5s are always conflictual numbers. What we're looking for is equality, balance, and harmony. What's going on? We've got the divine feminine. So if you're a divine feminine, then this is you. Unless you're into divine feminine, then this is your person. Okay, the divine feminine is more about love, nurturing, giving, sacrificing. Let's see. We've got the letter. Letter can be communication or could be any legal documents. And we've got news. We've got news. We see the path. We see the paths in plural. So, interesting. 11, 9, and 1. It's 21. 11, 9, and 1 is 21, which equals a 3. The Empress, yes. 3s, right? But 21 is also the World card, physical distance. Possibly we see the path. We see the messenger coming in. This is the rider, which is the ace. So this is Mercury in Gemini, and we do have Mercury in Gemini as we're doing this reading. Remember, I do feel that as Mercury is going to be in the heart of the sun and then be energized, all the information is going to come through. And Venus and Mercury will be traveling together. This is like the sister and the brother, the older sister, the younger sibling, whether it's a boy or a girl, doesn't matter. It's like they work really well together. Talks of love, openings where love is concerned, asking those questions, information relative to love, and new beginnings. Remember that the conjunction, the Kazemi of Venus and the Sun recently, and now Mercury and the Sun in the next few days, means new beginnings, new cycles, with more communication, more clarity, more travel, more movement, Mercury. And remember, Mercury is also the inner child or actual children. I want to see what's going on with this divine feminine. More information on this divine feminine. We've got like the ship. The ship means transition, possible travel, and it is a 3. The ship means Jupiter in Sagittarius, like a lucky opening for this divine feminine. Now the ship means departure, farewell, travel, adventure, distance, but also a farewell from a past situation, therefore opening up of a new. The ship to me brings gifts. It's Jupiterian energy. What is this news about? What is this contract? What is this information? Finding out things about things that were hidden. The book is closed. The book is knowledge. So receiving the knowledge about, and this is very Piscean. So a lot of revelations and openings, but also things to do with lessons or something that is ending because the book is closed. And what is the rider bringing in? We've got abundance. We've got the fish, and the fish speaks to cycles. This is a cycle that's going to bring in clarity, like a clearing out of the confusion. The fish speaks to wealth, values, abundance, and gains, but it's also repetitive. Been there, done that. Maybe this cycle, because I'm hoping that this is going to be a release and the end of the confusion. We'll take up more cards, but we'll see, because Mercury is very powerful right now. Very powerful, will be, as he will be connecting to the sun. But remember, he's squaring over to Saturn in Pisces. This is like a dissolving of the boundaries relative to the dream, or we can look at it in another way, that there will be information about how to build on that vision. It can go either way. Oh my God, beautiful. We've got the heart here, and the heart does speak to Sun in Leo. Spring is in the air. Love, romance, reconciliation, forgiveness, charity, goodness. And there are decisions and opportunities relative to love, because the path is here. The path is open for the next 6-7 weeks. There are opportunities. Someone is separating. Others of you are traveling. Others are hesitating in making a decision and choosing, or making a decision, right? Past connection, family, a spiritual connection, a long-standing relationship that's very that's meant to be. That's meant to be, because the tree speaks to Saturn in Capricorn, which means taking one's time, putting in extra effort. This past connection has grown deep roots. It's also a spiritual connection, but also possibly leaving a past unhealthy connection where someone was maybe acting like a child, not mature enough, or something to do with family and children. And this reminds me of the Fool. The Fool no, we didn't see it here. We saw it somewhere else. My goodness. Okay, why did I see the Fool card? Maybe it was, I don't know, because I was just recently doing the air element reading where I did see the Fool card. So we do see a fair bit of air here. Make sure to check out the elemental air reading. But also all the elementals. For the individual love readings, they're on Patreon, my dear friends, for June. So let's see what's going on, because it's like things are up in the air here, but we're expecting a brand new cycle. And look, this is an ace. There's no zero in the Lenormand. So it's the first card, which is like the Magician, Mercury. Okay? It is a Mercury-ruled card. So there will be a lot of talk and a clearing of the air relative to the confusion, I would say. We see so much water. So much water. Let's take the psyche and see what's going on. What's going on in the psyche, or relative to your emotions or your person's emotions. What's going on in the psyche? This is the Mystic Moon Oracle by Mystic Moon, if you're wondering. Let's see what's going on. We have healing. We see the chakras in balance here. Now, we don't take reversals in this deck, but let's see in this oracle. Let's see what comes after the healing. We've got mask. So maybe someone needed to heal. Maybe they needed to heal, and this is what they're holding on to. This is maybe past hurts that have made someone be vulnerable to opening up their emotions and their truth. But this could also say that the masks come off and therefore healing takes place. Very strong Piscean energy. I feel that Neptune at those last degrees, my goodness, and he is slowing down. He's an outer planet, but at the end of this month, we've also got Saturn that is going to retrograde. So we'll be returning to the past, needing to retweak and redo things that we've missed relative to some karma. Look, the received card does remind me of, I don't know why, but Sagittarian energy. So a lot of transmutable energies, mutation, transmutation, change, needing to fit into our environment. And it is very necessary at this time, as this is the challenge. The challenge is transmutation and change, because it's the mutable signs that are being pushed by Saturn to make the changes, the necessary changes. So obviously it's very tough for Pisces, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Gemini. But there are also blessings and help coming through. I do see this as the hand which says stop fated events. Fated and karmic events have played out. They've been received. Fate is at play here. So this could say that no more wearing masks, no more secrecy. And it's as though it's like Spirit is saying, leave it to me. Let me take care of it. But I want to take 2 more cards on that received. I need more information. We've got ascending, which is, again, it's like a boat going over water, right? So very much about emotions. An ascension process is happening. This is like leveling upwards. That never happens easily, only through challenges. It's like following the sun. We've got the sun here and we've got the sun here. I feel that these barriers are being burnt. These barriers are coming down through this ascension process. I feel that this card, which speaks to barrier, is more the possibility of being able to build on that dream. It's like Saturn in Pisces for me. So a dissolving of these barriers as we may be getting a peek into what's really going on. Let's see what's beneath here. And we've got abandoned. So childhood abandonment issues, someone letting go of a past situation, abandoning a situation. 5th dimension. 5th dimension is a twin flame. We've got a union here on the cards. We've got balancing the scales. Balancing the scales could also be Libra, which is where the South Node is, and that's what we're needing to shed and let go. Letting go of an imbalanced union because of a 5th dimensional twin flame. We'll see. Separation. See, there are third parties here. There has been a breakup. There has been disappointment. Remember, we saw the 4 of Swords where someone needed their time. Let's take more cards here and solve this mystery. There is the 4 of Swords. Why do we have the 10 of Wands? Why do we have the 10 of Wands at the foundation as the root? We've got the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands holds that Ace of Wands, right? So some of you, yes, Sagittarius, you could be dealing with someone that's at a foreign place. You could be dealing with someone that was not ready to settle down. Knights are about action. This is the player of the Knights. Knight of Wands could also be someone that's very career and goal orientated, that travels a lot for work, and this is very heavy there. This is someone that wanted to succeed maybe in their life relative to business. Some of you may have met this person through work. And I'm going to say also, because we've got Saturn here and we've got a Knight here, there may have been a big difference in age as well. Saturn would be the elder. Someone that's been through more, that has more experience than that Knight. Let's see what the Seven of Cups in the hidden position speaks to. And it's interesting that we do see, we see a snake, we see two keys, we see the tree, we see the spider, which can speak to poison. We also speak to riches. And we see the wings here. This is like an angel. This is like freedom. This is so many things here. And we've got the shell as well. This is the Venus star point. The shell is the Venus cycle. So there are so many choices, so many, which choice, which cup to take. Let's see. This speaks to values and each person's own choices. We've got Temperance. Again, Sagittarius. Scorpio, Sagittarius. Temperance is Archangel Michael, saying that you need to be patient. There will be many openings and opportunities. This is like the wisdom coming through. Remember, it was Jupiter that gave the light to humanity, brought civilization, brought the wisdom and the knowledge to humanity. Temperance speaks to hope, healing, and an alchemy going on. It's as though the knowledge is coming through to light up this darkness relative to Venus in Scorpio. Divine timing is at play. I want to take one more, yes. And we've got the Page of Coins. So there is some earth here. We've got some earth finally. And the Page of Coins, remember, is new and fresh energies. Page of Coins is a messenger. It's a message. It's an earthly message, which speaks volumes to me, because, of course, Venus in Scorpio is more about the emotions, the hidden emotions. Here, something is crystallizing and becoming more practical. And remember, the Page of Coins could be a child as well, but also the Page of Coins is someone that's studying a relationship, the possibilities of the value in investing in this relationship, let's say. This could be a message that comes in that promises something more physical and tangible for the future. Let's look at that Ace of Swords in the recent past. And we've got the High Priestess. A lot of confusion, but trying to clear the air relative to what is true and what is not. Remember that the High Priestess, she does hold the key. The key is the truth. The truth comes from within. And the High Priestess, my friends, many times is that third party, is the other woman. She holds the key to all mysteries. And that key is within you. And remember, the key for me is very much Chiron. Chiron in Aries. And Chiron is in Aries. Aries is the head, which obviously means leadership. Aries is I, me, my. I want to take that journey. This is what I desire. Aries is ruled by Mars. And the key is also the resolution, the revelation. It's the liberation from something to do with the past. Maybe the inability to have the courage. Maybe the inability to see clearly. The key is all about unlocking a situation. Let's see. What is this Five of Swords about? We've got the Lovers. Third parties, Three of Coins, something to do with work, third parties. Mars in Capricorn, very strong indeed. Very strong. But remember, Three of Pentacles does speak to an expansion. It speaks to someone being noticed for their abilities, let's say. This is it's like something is being turned into gold here. And that's what we also get with Temperance, with the alchemy, that she's turning lead into gold. Something is becoming much more of value. This is the now position, so someone needs to make a choice. The Three of Coins can also speak to collaboration. I overcome any fear of making a choice. I make up my mind. I make my choice and I'm ready to put in the effort. Let's see what the Sun in Scorpio, that's Six of Cups, speaks to. This is what is on our mind. This is what is crowning. So we've got the Six of Wands, and this is Leo, Jupiter in Leo. This is grandiose. This is abundant. This is, wow, such pride, such success. We've got two sixes here. Now there may be a little bit of ego as well, because remember, Jupiter expands on everything, and Leo is leadership. Leo is the king. It is, I create, I take chances. This is recognition. This is someone feeling very successful relative to an emotional situation of the past that may be returning with the ability to succeed. Let's take one more, and we've got the World card, which is like an ending of a cycle. This is Saturnian. It rules Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. So there's like these two cards together do speak to success and a huge accomplishment, because the World card is never easy to reach. It's the end of a certain journey, a fool's journey. We see the Fool right here. Some of you are at a physical distance, yes. I believe that success where business is concerned has got a lot to do with this love connection. Now, because if we look at the divine spread as a horoscope, up here would be Capricorn, and this is the career. This is career. This is fortune and fame, my reputation in the world, right? And some success, a huge accomplishment, emotional happiness. Let's see what the Sun speaks to. What does the Sun speak to, please, Spirit, in the action and advice? We've got the Five of Cups, Mars in Scorpio. Five of Cups is regrets. Yes, it is. It's regrets. It's emotionally being stuck in the past. We've got the Six and then the Five. Interesting. This is like needing to get over some disappointments of the past. Remember, she's not focusing on those Two of Cups. She does not know that they're there. She's still like in her own, she's in mourning relative to the past. But remember, the initial card was the Sun. This is the advice, that something is going to be cleared. Let's take one more on that. And we've got the Tower. This is a perception, Mars, but this is also Uranus. Things will not be easy, and I'm saying that because, I mean, Mars has entered Taurus and is coming up to Uranus. There's going to be a tower moment. This is like an electrical shock. This is like a huge awakening, a huge opening, but through difficulty. This is an aha moment. This could be also because we see the rays of the sun. We do see a lot that speak to clarity coming in. It's like those rays beaming in and bringing in the information. And I feel it's got a lot, very much to do, very, very much to do with what's going on now in the stars. And my dear friends, within the next month, as Venus is going to enter Cancer, she's going to be more emotional, more homely, more sensitive. She'll be looking for more security where love is concerned, right? She's going to, she'll be in a good aspect to Uranus in Taurus, which she rules Taurus. So expect surprises, expect positive surprises and information coming in relative to emotional openings, because Cancer is the home. It is very nurturing. It's ruled by the moon. So someone ready and open with their emotions. And this can happen just out of the blue when you least expect it. Why do we have the Hanging Man, which is pause? Why do I have the Hanging Man? We've got the Ten of Swords. So remember, the 10 turns into the Ace, which we've got here. This could be that something is ending. This is the darkest before the dawn, as the sun is going to pass over that 0 degrees of Cancer, the summer solstice, and leave the sign of Gemini. I feel that that's when we will have some clarity relative to what this key is. What is this key to the mysteries that you've had? You've had lots of mysteries. Maybe some of you haven't been trusting in your intuition. You've been looking at things from a more logical point of view. Maybe you need to trust that higher self of yours. What else do we have? We've got the Knight of Coins. Slow and surely. The Knight of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. This knight knows. He knows where he's heading. We've got the Page, and then we've got the Knight, so it's slow action moving forward. Sometimes it could be very frustrating as well, because there's a very slow Knight. Well, in this deck, he seems to have picked up pace somewhat. Okay. Interesting that we've got Virgo Pisces here. I also want to just give you a heads up on the lunar eclipse in Pisces in the Virgo season. 18th of September has been activated, and that's already in play. It's already in play. So it's a lunar eclipse and it's a full moon in Pisces. So maybe that's saying that this huge cycle could be ending, possibly on, it could be any time, but moving closer, let's say, towards the Virgo season. But because it's been activated, it could play out on a, the timeline will be different for each of us. This is a general reading, remember, so it could play out any time. Let's see what this Seven of Swords speaks to. And it's interesting that we don't have major arcana here. So there's we could say that there's free will here. Let's see. And we've got the Death card. So here is the major arcana. Scorpio. And a death of, and I'm going to say, if there's been, because we've got the Lovers here, if there has been third party infiltration. And what we do see here is, of course, we see the Page, but that usually is messengers. right? We've got a couple of knights. They could speak to action, but I suppose knights could be younger. Knights are younger, masculine energy than what the king is. The king is more mature. We could be talking about some sort of an ending or an ending of a cycle, the ending of, well, it could be diplomacy where someone's being more blurring things out, you know, or the ending of secrecy, the ending of deception, or the inability to open up emotionally. Because the death card is here, and the death card is, it is Scorpio, it is a major arcana, it is an ending. Which endings bring change, they bring new beginnings, right? What's at the foundation? And we've got the Knight of Cups, so we've got a lot. We've got 3 knights. We've got fire, water, and air. Sorry, we've got fire, earth, and water. So in the past it was more about action. Now it's more about being more recessive. So attracting more than taking action, let's say. Nevertheless, it's slow. It's slow. Earth and water are not as fast, even though water can be fast, I suppose, but it's air and fire that are faster, you know, because I suppose water, you know, can just sit in a pond and be stale, be totally stopped, right? And unmoving, unwavering, unless there's, you know, there's a slant. So water can be in action, yes, and so can earth. But I'm going to say also that water nourishes the earth, quenches the thirst. We have the Page of Cups, we've got a Knight of Cups, we've got a Page of Pentacles, we've got a Knight of Pentacles. So to me, this is like a changing of the guards, where there was more fire, more action, more desire. Now we see that the evolution of a particular relationship, because we've also got Leo and Cancer here. First, Leo fell through, which is more fire, desire, sexuality, and then Cancer, which is more homely, more open to emotion, more heart opened. So maybe this is what's changing. I want to take another card. What comes after the Death card, please, Spirit? And we've got the Nine of Cups. Jupiter in Pisces, and we know Jupiter does rule Pisces. So Jupiter is like bringing the truth where the dream or the vision is concerned, bringing justice in where there's been illusion, self-deception or deception from others. Or this is like holding on to the faith that a wish will be fulfilled. Remember, this is like being getting drunk with happiness. This is satisfaction, emotional satisfaction and happiness. Incredible. We've got the King of Cups here. We've got the King of Cups. So we see a lot to do with emotions. Emotions are ruling here. I do feel that the fire, unless this is someone else, because you've got a choice. If this is someone else, someone that you could be leaving, because the King of Wands could also be a Scorpio individual, and it could be the same person, yes. For others, this is a fire sign, and we've got a Scorpio here, more than likely Scorpio as water. So the King of Cups sits on the Eight of Wands. So there is desire, there is emotion. They work together, right? Okay. Where do we put the cards? So what we see here what we see here as an outcome is something is ending as the sun is going to leave Gemini. There will be action and something is materializing. Something is growing. There's more physical and tangible action. Let's take the outcome. We've got the Death card, the Five of Swords, which is also in the now position. Something is changing. It could be a third party or fear of conflict. We've got the Six of Pentacles and the Pensiero. Pensiero is like, it could be someone that is quite wise. This could be a solicitor, could be the Hermit, could be someone that's just putting in a lot of thought about being, reciprocating. Because the Six of Pentacles is usually giving and taking, right? Reciprocity. But Six of Pentacles can also speak to someone that's going through separation and divorce, and they're thinking of the money that they need to pay out, child support, so on and so forth. Or they're looking for how to make the changes, how to return, how to come back, how to return. If this was someone that was quite deceptive and not telling you all the truth, your person is like tiptoeing on eggshells, looking for the perfect time to re-enter your life. And we've got Superbia. Superbia is the peacock, which does speak to a spiritual connection. It is a card of abundance. It can speak to pride, yes, but it can also be, it's like, because the feathers are like the eyes of Juno, the wife of Jupiter, it's like someone is watching the other person. Now, there's great abundance here as well. Remember that the peacock does speak to blessings and riches and a spiritual connection and luck. Something superb, but also there is a sense of vanity here. Let's take one more. And we've got a tower moment here with the Seven of Swords. And then we've got the Dottore, arrogance. So we do see, and the message is quite similar to one of the elemental readings, which was the air signs. Something about the humbling of someone's arrogance. It's like falling from grace, having received the karma, going through understanding, like upping a level, ascending this relationship, like going through an ascension process, but also through difficult challenges, because the disgrazia is like a tower moment. Something is going to be revealed. It's the Seven of Swords, which is also here. Some of you could be deciding to let go of someone that was very arrogant. Now, there is competition here because the male peacock usually fights for its partner. Someone may fight in a different way than the other. Someone may fight through a more creative, more sexual way. I would say the divine masculine, sort of putting in the effort in a different way to what I would say the earth or water. Water is emotions. Water is romance. It's buying her flowers. It's buying her perfume. And yes, it can be physical and tangible, as with beautiful words, but also with acts of service. Doing the dishes for her. I'm saying, just giving you examples. So each night, let's say the knights will fight in a different way. What is their strength? So we have the Knight of Wands here. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Water flows. But this night is usually not one that is very certain. Yes, there is some luck that comes with this night, but we've got the Knight of Pentacles here, which is the more practical, more of service night, which takes a step at a time, knows that 100% they will get to the desired outcome. So if you've got choices in love, your best bet would be the night that takes the longest to come around. I want to just take Sabila on the Lovers and the Five of Swords, because I want to know what that Five of Swords is about. We've got Gran Consolaciones, someone's consolation prize or their dream. We've got a Ladro, the thief, the third party, and possibly also someone envisioning or dreaming up something, but it may cost them financially, or even where their reputation or their name in society is concerned. But then we've got the consolante sorpresa. So something happens very positive and out of the blue. It's the Six of Wands, which also shows up here. So there's a sudden turn of events, positive events here. So expecting the worst, but things not going as bad as what you would have expected, I would say. Because there will be collaboration. The Three of Pentacles is openings, right? What is the Death card here on the Seven of Swords, please, Spirit? What is the Death card? We've got the Wheel of Fortune, success. The Wheel of Fate brings huge changes. We've got changes in melancholy and depression. Yeah, two cards. We've got a divine masculine and a feminine that are feeling very low. They feel as though there's no point in putting in more effort or more energy, but the wheel brings fated changes, because we see the divine masculine like they've abandoned their morale, and the divine feminine feels as though something is over. But then what comes through, we've got good news that's coming in from the mensajero, and the news comes from afar, which would be like a wish fulfillment. So it's a bit of a roller coaster here, I would say. Now remember, this is a general reading. Donna de Servizio says that there is service, there is help coming through from Spirit, positive connotations, help from friends, being of service. Three of Pentacles is also in the now, where there's collaboration. Some of you may also hold friendships, or you've got good friends that are in important places that can help you, or there's a sense of friendship also where love is concerned. All right. So what we're going to do now, and I love the outcome, absolutely. We're going to take 3 cards on the potential of this love reading. And then we will take the handwritten love messages. Do prepare your questions. We're going to ask Spirit in a moment. And then, mind you, you should be mentioning, commenting below, yes please, so I can take and record your personal love message, 1 card. And those of you that are after a mini reading, please donate $15, which helps the channel a lot. And you can get either 3, 4, 5, or 6 of these oracles in your own personal love message, which I will email you the audio and the photo of your cards. Okay, so what's going on generally at this point? Where is this relationship? At this time, dear Spirit. So in the past, we've got a wedding. We've got the Hierophant in the past position. In the now position is Earth, getting grounded, getting more stable. But look, the door to the safe is open and it's connected to the marriage. So someone was in another marriage which cost them emotionally, psychologically, physically, financially. It cost them. Because as you can see, the door is open. And the door open to a marriage also speaks to infidelity for me. But we see towards the future, the door is closer. There's more safety, there's more stability and more value within another commitment, another connection. Now, we've got still some doubts because we see the clouds. In the near future, there are still clouds here, still doubts, still things that are not totally clear. But we see that the clouds at some point do clear. The white clouds speak to no more doubt. This is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups, Venus in Scorpio. Obviously, Venus will be in Scorpio towards the second part of the year. That's when that will be around about the time of the next eclipses. Interesting. But the Seven of Cups also does remind me of Pisces. It's like the illusion. But also many opportunities possibly. Okay, so that's what we have. The general energy is the Seven of Wands. Some of you will be called to action. It's like a reversal of the position of power here. The fox, which is like the Seven of Swords, is all puffed out here. And the rooster, who knows that spirit has his back, he's protecting his best interest, his pen, right? His hens. He's given the top position, the advantageous position. Okay, so it does speak to challenges, but opportunities, and you'll be called to action. Okay, you need to be ready. That's all I'm saying. Now, let's put these away and we will take the love message cards. First, let's take the angel answers, and then lastly, we will take the love message cards, which we will not be taking those for the yes please. We'll be taking the Greek love oracle, one card for each of you when you mention yes please, when you comment beneath this video. Okay, dear spirit, now those of you that are not ready with your questions, you may I don't know, go in the other room, because if you're at the premiere, well, if you want to be watching it live, you shouldn't pause it, but you may pause it. It's just that it won't be so on live at that moment. You won't be, I mean, you'll be behind. So let's see, calling on spirit and on the angels to answer our questions. I suppose you could ask a yes/no question. I hope that spirit can answer you. We do have timing cards. We may have a timing card, so you may ask when, I suppose. Okay, ready or not, spirit? Spirit is answering our questions. We have choose a new direction, romance, unlikely, don't stop. What is the unlikely? It's up to you. So it feels like romance is unlikely because it's up to you and you should not stop. But hopefully you've chosen a new direction, either you or your person. Let's take a couple more. Look for a sign. Abundance. Don't stop because there is abundance. Communicate clearly. And meditation brings answers. What's at the foundation? We've got big happy changes. Big happy changes and opportunities coming in. Yes. Yes, my dear friends. Let's see. Let's pick into the mind of your person. Let's pick into their head. Because they're very good at those mind games. Let's see if Spirit cannot guide us into what is truly going on in their head. Remember that we may be connecting with your energy as well, so keep that in mind. I got carried away. I didn't want to hurt you. It didn't mean anything. There's the Seven of Swords. We saw it down here. Don't ever think that I don't love you and that I forgot you. I will always be here for you with open arms. I want a commitment. I want to have a family with you. I need stability. Let's do this. I want you in my life for today, tomorrow, and forever. And there's the nine of Cups, which is like the news that's coming in for some of you. I dreamt of you before I met you. My heart is in your hands. Please don't hurt me. Your love touched my soul. I love my freedom in my life. I cannot handle monogamy and being tied down with one person. If you're still interested, call me. Why did you cut me off just like that? I can't deal. You mean the world to me. I want to take this journey towards you, or I will take this journey with you. You're just someone I used to know. Ouch. Hurt ego. I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I will go with my gut. I've got no choice. I've had enough. You're blocked. And unfortunately, I did not recognize you as my soulmate at first sight. But now I see you truly are. And I can't help myself from falling in love with you every day. We've got a myriad of messages and information in here. You may need to check this reading out again and again. And we've got a couple more messages. I have so much on my plate. I don't know if I can offer you anything. I've been through a lot, and a love like ours will never pass be mine. That's the Ace of Pentacles there. So the potential here is, even though we've got the same card here, yes, there is a potential for new romantic love for some of you as well, if something has not taken form, because we see obviously a Knight of Cups. We saw the King of Cups as well. Remember that water can be very fluctuating emotionally. We've got a Knight of Pentacles here, which is certain about where they're heading. We've got a King of Wands here that's more sexually orientated, but that could be more about play, so it will be different for each of you. We do see here that the Wheel of Fate is bringing fortune, change, success, and change, right? So maybe changing things up here, surely. Okay, I think that we've got our messages today and for this reading, my dear friends. These are your messages. I don't want to continue as I think that the reading is long enough. I want to thank you so much for spending your time with us here. I know time is precious, but I know a lot of you do enjoy these longer readings. As I said, I'm giving you the opportunity for mini personal love readings. Do write to us. Obviously, if you're going to donate those $15 and you want a little mini personal love reading, you will need to email us at divinedebut11@gmail.com relative to who you're asking about, so your first name, their first name, and your birthdays, so that we could tune into their energy. And no particular question, but just through a mini reading, we'll see where this relationship is heading. What is the potential? So make sure your first name, your birthday, their birthday, email that to us, and we will get back to you in the next few days, obviously. But that will be after a $15 donation. Now, for a personal love message, yes, please, in the comments below, and we'll be doing a video. So I'll be taking the cards, mentioning your name, and getting a card for you as you could see me pulling the cards. So thank you so much, my dear friends. It's been wonderful connecting with you through the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your loyalty, and I will be back. Love and light. I'll catch you very soon, and don't forget the free YouTube elemental readings are up. And of course, I will start working on next month's astrology, tarot. A special thank you to our patrons above all, because they're the ones that are keeping Divine Debut afloat at this time. Divine Debut 11 afloat. So a special thank you from the heart to our patrons. Love and light, everyone. Talk to you soon.